Welcome to the Assisto bathtub installation video. In this video, you will find all the steps to properly install the bathtub. You'll receive the Assisto bathtub in 3 boxes. To proceed with the installation, here are the tools and materials you will need. A measuring tape, a square and a level, a 5/8 of an inch, 9/16 of an inch, and 7/16 of an inch keys or ratchet with sockets, a jigsaw, 1/8 and 5/32 of an inch Allen keys, a screwdriver or a drill, punch bits, a saw, adjustable pliers and wrench, silicone, caulking gun, and construction adhesive, 2-inch residue-free masking tape, wood screws and cedar shingle wedges. Step 1. Validating the placement of the bathtub. Make sure that the floor is leveled and that your walls are straight and square. Measure the location where you want to install the bathtub. This one is 59 and 7/8 inches long, 32 inches wide, and 39 3/4 inches high. Make sure there is solid material to allow for the installation of the screws. Determine and verify the location of the water inlet. It should be 25 inches from the back wall and 4 inches from the floor for cold water, and 27 inches from the back wall and 7 inches from the floor for hot water. For more details, refer to the installation manual. Step 2. Unpacking the bathtub. Remove the 4 screws from the cover and the 4 screws on the removable side of the box. Set aside the hardware box and retrieve the 1, 2, 3 Connect floor drain box. Step 3. Installation of the electrical box and drain. Have a certified electrician install an electric box and connect it to a GFI circuit breaker. The outlet must be accessible. If necessary, provide an access panel. Have a certified plumber install the 2 water supply pipes in the required location. To install the 1, 2, 3 Connect floor drain, measure the distance between the top of the floor and the P-trap. Cut an ABS or PVC pipe 3 inches less than your measurement. Apply glue to the outside of the bottom of the pipe and to the P-trap inlet and insert the pipe into the trap. Apply glue to the top of the pipe and inside the drain pipe. Then insert the drain into the pipe. Screw the mounting plate firmly to the floor. Place pieces of the styrofoam packaging on the floor before you set the bathtub down. Enlist 2 people to place the bottom section from the Step 1 box on the top of the styrofoam. Install the strainer found in the hardware box on the tray of the bottom section. Install the connector pipe supplied in the 1, 2, 3 Connect floor drain. Use the lubrication provided to facilitate its insertion. Step 4. Installation of the lower section. Use the adjustable tabs to raise the bathtub by 1/2 inch. Adjust the height if the floor covering is thicker. Enlist 2 people to move the bottom section to the installation area. And tilt the bottom section to insert the connector pipe into the 1, 2, 3 Connect floor drain while ensuring that the base is stable and level. Step 5. 2-in-1 drain and silencer installation. Insert the drainage component into the opening of the drain pan. This part is located in the hardware box contained in the Step 1 box. To install the silencer, screw the drain pipe air intake pipe to the center of the drain strainer. Step 6. Leak test. Pour 5 gallons of water into the tank and check for leaks under the drain pan. Step 7. Affixing the rear. Install the 2 rear anchors found in the hardware box in the Step 1 box. Be sure to secure each anchor to a jamb using 2 screws. Use shims if necessary. Step 8. Installation of the upper section. Unpack the top section from the Step 2 box. Do not place it on the floor unless it is elevated, as this may damage the recess in the quick drain. If you must place the section on the floor, use the packaging as protection. In the case of a deep alcove, the addition of 2x4 pieces 17 inches high at the front of the bottom section will facilitate the insertion of the top section. Make sure that everything is stable. Enlist 2 people to place the back corner of the top section on the structure, making sure not to press it against the recess of the quick drain. Slide the entire top structure backwards until the drain opening is completely clear of the drain. Then place the front of the top section on the bottom structure. Slide the section backwards to align the 2 front fixing holes. Attach the top structure to the bottom one using both bolts with a 5 3/32 of an inch Allen key. Then remove the 2x4s. Step 9. Door preparation. Remove the door's transport brackets. Using a 5 3/32 of an inch Allen key and another 1/8 of an inch Allen key, you must remove the 3 bolts holding the door's transport bracket on both sides. Reinstall the bolts attached to the structure and the 4 bolts attached to the door. Save the 2 brackets for later use. Step 10. Fastening the wall anchors. Fill the space between the wall studs and the top structure of the Assisto bathtub with cedar shingles. Bolt the structure with the hexagonal bolt included in the hardware box using a wrench or ratchet with a 7/16 of an inch socket. Be careful not to over-tighten, as this may cause more difficult door movement and premature wear of the mechanism. Repeat the last 2 steps on the other side and compare the measurement of the top of the opening frame with the bottom one. They should be the same. Adjust if necessary. Also check the level on both sides. Move the door from top to bottom and bottom to top. Check that the movement is easy and smooth. If there's tension, loosen the bolt slightly. If necessary, review the space filled by the cedar shims. Step 11. Installation and connection of the quick drain. Protect the bathtub and remove the quick drain from its packaging, and make sure the gasket is properly positioned. Place the drain upside down in the bathtub while protecting the bathtub surface. Find the 2 hoses marked SV01A and SV01B. Attach the SV01A and SV01B hoses to the connectors with the same identification on the cylinder and tighten them manually. Turn the quick drain over so that the cap is positioned upwards. Carefully place it in its recess. If it does not fit completely, do not force it. Instead, try turning it slowly to the left or right. Once the drain is in place, for a right-hand bathtub installation, turn the drain clockwise to align the fixing bolts with the marks in the bathtub. For a left-hand tub, turn the drain counterclockwise in the same manner. Tighten all 3 fixing bolts evenly with a 5 3/32 of an inch Allen key. Please do not over-tighten. Place the air filter on the drain by aligning the 4 tabs with the 4 notches on the filter. Then lift the tabs up and rotate to lock the filter in place. Insert the drain cover in its opening. Step 12. Connecting the top and bottom connectors. Unpack all wires and hoses. Connect the wire identified keypad 1 on the keyboard to the wire with the corresponding identification on the controller. If the bathtub is equipped with an optional second keypad, connect the wired identified keypad 2 on the secondary keypad to the wire with the corresponding identification on the controller. Cut an opening and pass the wires through. Then attach the secondary keypad. Connect the wire from the display labeled Display to the corresponding controller wire. Do the same with TS1, LS3, SE1, and SE2 wires. Then connect the wires labeled Battery together. When the bathtub is equipped with a heated backrest system, connect the wire labeled CW to the corresponding wires in the heated backrest control box. When the bathtub is equipped with a chromotherapy system, connect the wire labeled lights to the corresponding identification on the controller. Secure the wires with the self-locking fasteners provided. Step 13. Connecting the pipes between the upper and lower sections of the bathtub. With a 5/8 of an inch wrench, connect the J1 supply hose on the left side of the door gasket to the valve with the corresponding identification. Do the same with the J2 hose on the right side. Using the 5/8 of an inch wrench, connect the waste hose from the purge circuit to the valve outlet connector marked with the corresponding identification. Using the 9/16 of an inch key, connect the SV01A hose controlling the closure of the cap cylinder to port A of the valve with the corresponding identification. Do the same with the SV01B hose to port B. Connect the SV03.02 supply hose for hot tap water to the valve with the corresponding identification. Do the same with the cold water supply hose SV03.01 and tighten both manually. When the bathtub has an air massage system, attach the duct to the blower. Remove the self-drilling screw at the end of the blower, insert the elbow into the blower, and put the screw back in place. Step 14. Connecting to the plumbing network. Connect the hot water supply to the valve marked hot, and connect the cold water supply to the inlet port marked cold. Slide the door handle towards the backrest and then lower it down to check its operation. Install the two deflectors, one on each side of the door. These parts are used to keep wires and hoses away from the door. Direct the hand shower hose to the drain to avoid water damage. Close the door in the upper position. Open the water supply and check for leaks on both sides. Step 15. Electrical connection. Connect the power supply to the bathtub and turn it on at the circuit breaker. You must refer to the electrical code in your area. Step 16. Functionality tests. Turn on the bathtub interface by pressing any button on the keypad. Then press and hold the fill drain button to seal the bathtub. The door will seal and the drain cap will close. Close the manual drain by pressing it and turn on the tap water. The small handle at the top of the main valve controls the temperature. The larger handle at the base of the main valve controls the water pressure. The handle at the base of the hand shower holder also controls the water pressure. Fill the bathtub to the overflow to check if the overflow is working properly. Take advantage of the filling time to make sure that there are no leaks on the connections or between the top and bottom sections, as well as the valve panel. To empty the tub, press and hold the fill drain button again. The bath water will be drained from the tub in approximately 15 to 20 seconds. The bottom tub will take between 4 and 8 minutes to completely empty. Step 17. Installing the wall cladding. Protect the bathtub so as not to damage it during the installation of the tiles or the application of the paint. Install a fibro cement panel on the back wall. Continue installation on both end walls. Refer to the suggested measurements for the bottom section. Use a sealing membrane on the junctions and screw holes or on the entire wall surface according to the product used. Then make a silicone joint between the fibro cement panel and the tile flange. Complete the installation of the gypsum over the fibro cement. If you decide to install ceramic tiles, start with the bottom row. Do not press the ceramic tiles on the bathtub. Cover the flange and keep at least 1/8 of an inch of space between the tile and the top of the bathtub. Install the ceramic tile. Step 18. Floor finishing. When installing the ceramic tiles on the floor, do so with the legs of the bathtub clear and make sure to cover the exposed center section with the front trim kick. Allow at least 4 inches of clearance from the front of the structure. Step 19. Installing the front trim. In the box marked Step 3, retrieve the front trim. Bring it close to your bathtub by placing the top of the front trim over the top of the bathtub and center it so that you have the same space on each side. Press the following areas hard to secure the trim in place. Measure on each side of the trim 1 7/8 inches from the wall. Use masking tape without residue to mark a line from top to bottom. Use an alcohol swab to clean the trim area between the masking tape and the wall. Unroll the finishing trim along the line made by the masking tape and tape it to the apron with double-sided tape. Remove both tape pieces. Final step, finalizing installation. Install the hand shower on the hose included in the hand shower holder. Then install the removable self-adhesive cushion in the center of the backrest. The Assisto bathtub is now installed and ready for use. For any additional information, please consult the installation guide, visit our website, or contact us.